Advanced Review MVP. Okay, guys. Hans War. 4 to go, at least what it feels like. Here on Arabia. 4 games played. Spain A against Brazil B. The fight for the placement for Brazil B and actually any spot for Spain A. We have to go's pocket of Hans is stuck with Spanish. Celts for Miguel, interesting stuff. And FH is playing the Chinese flank with a very short distance, I would say, towards Lan here. Playing it with the Hans flank. Longer distance to his pocket will be Tato with Persians. Chinese for Poxo. And BBK playing the Spanish flank. Don't expect to see any restarts here, since the game went through quite nicely. And FH is Xing a pawn, as it seems, trying to go for the steal, not really. And let's take a look at his map. Could be very nice tight area here, going for archers. Actually going, no, he's going lumberjack. I thought he would be going for the berries. That would have been so weird, but thinks bad of it here. Now it's 24th, 1 GMT. What is going? Guys, here, take a look. 24th, 21 GMT. I believe that's it, right? Yeah, the hyphen is a bit short, but that happens. 5 minutes back delay? Yes, it is, and I think countdown is not really needed here. And oh, that's wrong. Okay, that makes a bit sense why I had the countdown. And yeah, I'm not really sure why 5 minutes back delay, especially because there's not so much on the line here for Brazil. And okay, game can start now. Nice. Procs are not happy how fast the game is going here. Nothing too special happened. A small pause trying to fix some lag. Sorry, 25th? No, not in GMT time. Maybe in crazy living Piranhasaurus Rex land. But I'm living in GMT land. Interesting timing here. Sheep and deer running out at the same time. Boar coming in at a reasonable time. And looks all too solid. The question is, Celts being picked here instead of your typical Persians or Aztecs. Obviously having Paladins as a flank and having a pretty strong M&A forward, having solid archers on the flank, so you don't really mind them, but they aren't like super strong. Let's take a look. Lan with Loom shouldn't be the biggest problem here against Miguel. Trying to lame some. At the same time, we already see FH trying to zone out some of the map here. Did actually get a kill against Scout of Lan, so I'm still asking myself how many A's I should pronounce. Is it Lan? Or is it Laan? Or Lan? Or Lan? Or Lan? I think I will always call it Lan. The future. Because that's what its name look is. Not to confuse me with oh god, nicknames are so weird. SG4RK Lan. Oh, but Lan. But it's not LAN, it's L5A's and N. Oh, FH. What? What did he want to debate? Not 100% sure. On engagement here, not 100% sure. Whoever's winning, what's a better civilization? Is it Spanish or Hans? Seems like Hans is a better civilization. And where is he going with his scout? Trying to go back home. Lan. The first one to click up. Too few late. And BBK coming in with the militia helping out and getting some hits on against Dogao, who got a barracks up and is actually going for militia now as well after clicking up and is sending two villages on gold. So that will be Hamada here. Oh well, L5AN. That's not bad. That's actually not bad. And BBK, 3 militia to rush, and then... Oh, only 4 on wood? No, more on wood. Not 100% sure what's this option here. Okay, I need 2 Wallace gold miners here instantly. Or his archer or M&A production is not really possible. Trying to do some damage here against BBK, but going back. Let's take a look at the other side. VH indeed going for some archers, but so much slower than L5AN. Dogao needs to pull. Look at that Stark! Very peacefully pushing the deers here. Complete madness here. Villagers fighting against militia, and Stark is. I see that something is happening here, but I have another mission. Same time, nothing too special from the pockets here. So actually playing a pop 26. That's earlier than most players are playing it. Finally the walls here of Dogao. Should have done those way earlier. Did see the militia coming up and did not react. At the moment, 350 wood, not building a single archery range, but that's maybe because he cannot decide where to build them. At the moment, double bit axe and the sneaky tower. Bibeke, not 100% sure what he will be able to do. Having a lot of farms that looks like an FC build. Now floating 400 wood is Dogao here. Still very indecisive on what to do. Dogao going for the full pressure. That means Stark will probably go for 2 stables, and so should Proxo. Not having the best gold there. Weird huge walls. Oh, that's so nice of you, Fire Nation. Or should I say, the Fire Nation. Early blacksmith here for someone who is going to archery range as archers. Only 2 farmers trying to get some walls up and going towards TTC. Miguel trying to be as annoying as possible. And let's see how many stables the people are going for. Oh, is it Tato only having a slow start because now? No. He is absolutely on the same numbers. And Miguel clicked up a bit earlier here. Tato did play 26 plus 2, so I just was a bit confused. Pretty solid timings here. 15:44. Let's take a look at Bibeke's resources, only waiting for some gold. And then he could be clicking up any second. Not too much on wood. If he would get lamed of his stragglers, it would be pretty ugly for him. Daily dose of Minesweeper action. Hopefully I'm not streaming Minesweeper today. I'm hoping that the games go a bit smoother and we don't have like 1 hour pauses in between. Pretty peaceful game over here in general. KD, only 2 units going down so far. And that was one of the starting scouts of Lan, and the other is of BBK, I believe one of the militias, or maybe his scout as well. So yeah, indeed. So those are the only 2 units going down so far. And now Dogao switching towards the middle, and Proxo has nothing here to home to defend. Let's seize it as early as possible. Let's take a look. Does he see any other gold spot? Yes, he does. Needs to probably run there, trying to get as much gold as possible for now. And I believe he should have waited a bit longer to force Dogao to finish that tower. But Dogao is finishing it anyways. Maybe I can give you a Minesweeper in the end, at the 5th game. Oh, finally the first kill over here. That gives us 4 kills on the map. Now VH trying to close the distance. Teto out there with the scout, already having +1 defense. Maybe they could have even tried to take the engagement here, but Lan is just going back. Trying to camp that hill, trying to go for the +1 defense maybe even. And then I believe they could go for some pressure. +2 here, or 2 stables, 2 stables, 2 stables, and hell of a world of trouble for Poxo here. Let's take a look how he's reacting at the moment. Still didn't lose a villager, but that being said, that villager is going a bit crazy, and I believe he will go down for sure. Poxo won't be able to go onto a lot of... Wow, look at that laning here of the main gold spot. Won't be able to go for a lot of knights. Having 2 stables up, but won't really be able to produce out of them. Now Dogao getting onto the amount of archers that can actually thread a single knight here without a defense upgrade. Namely 8 and 2 militia. Let's see. Teto, is he trying to push together with Lan here? He is going to the wrong side. He's playing with the +1 defense. Knights of Miguel going towards the middle. But Teto is having a pretty defensive spot. But it didn't build a single extra TC yet. So they are going for the timing here. Over, the focus of Eco. Miguel at the same time playing a 2 extra TCs. Stark playing a 2 extra TCs as well. And Proxo, he is playing the survival game first. Trying to snipe down this villager, needs 2 more hits, but will get so many HP lost here on his knights. Trying to, what is he doing? Trying to go back, and now a lot of axing here. Miguel is requesting, and Lan is saying that they want to get in over here as well. And Teto trying to go the other way, and look at that, Miguel instantly going for Teto, who does not have a single TC up yet in the back here. That means, I would say 2-3 villagers absolutely in danger, and Miguel splitting his knights here. This is looking so good for Miguel. Let's take a look, 41 villagers against 37, and this might change pretty quickly. Teto will lose a villager here at the farms, and that will be so many idle villagers. Look at that, trying to wall the gold as quickly as possible. Tough spots at the same time, they aren't really able to push too well. VH doing the defense, although he's getting the double. Just beautiful moves. And look at that. 8 villager advantage here, make that 9 already here for Miguel. And he is not finished yet. And Teto sending more of the villagers out again. Such a big idle eco here, and it's looking so good for Brazil. Trying to get another tower up. Proxo's trying to run around and do the sneaky game. And finally BBK up, building a castle, super defensively, just wants to get the Kong's house as fast as possible. Trying to find another engagement at the same time. Teto still in a world of trouble. 34 villagers against 47. Miguel will just steamroll here, I assume. Poxo at the same time, trying to get more villagers out, and he did a downhill hit. Okay, I was confused why the villager lost 10 HP there. Against a single knight, and now Proxo's off of that gold. Let's take a look how this continues. Finally they are in. Now they're getting the timing in. So Feudal Age is Lan as well, and that's a good surround here against all the archers. Teto doing beautifully here. That will be so much damage, and suddenly Lan has the big advantage. Will be up Castle Age a bit earlier than VH as well, so they are doing the damage. Teto beautifully giving his mate the hill and all the control. Gold's not super secure, and Archer over here could maybe do something. Let's take a look. Lan shouldn't really waste everything. He has a 40 seconds timing where he's up earlier. VH trying to get the walls up, but that's only one house at 86 HP. Going for all the upgrades, even thumpering here for Lan. That means if Miguel is coming over with some knights, and especially without having +2 defense, he's only at +1 defense actually at the moment. Those crossbowmen will do hell of a lot of damage here, and VH trying to just save his villagers. So many villagers here not working. Look at that. It feels like more than half of his villagers are idle. Teto trying to go for another TC, trying to catch up now. 44 villagers for him. Miguel with already strong 59. At the same time, Kong's trying to do some micro here, but running into mass archers to go up to Castle Age as well. And he is laming so much. Just super aggression by him. Catching more archers here off guard. TaToH just doing so much with so little army. And is he trying to wall this here? Not 100% sure why, VH. You actually want to have an open space to let your teammate come in. Uh-oh, trying to fight here against the hill. Not the best idea by VH. Lan is keeping all his army. He's going for Boso and maybe could go for the Calf Archers, which actually he is defending with crossbows at home first. And yeah, even if he loses all his army, he should be having a lot more coming up pretty soon. But it's just how much better the pockets here of the Brazilians are set up. TaToH villager count just so low. At the same time, Proxo at 52, and we have Stark in the 70s as well. And this is a very big story here, and a big problem for the whole Spanian team here. Spain, yeah, Persian Knights destroying the archers indeed. And Lan lost basically everything, but V8, he's just so idle. 41 villager, Lan only at 45 though. But yeah, military numbers 4 to 26. Lan the only guy who is really ahead though. Dogao, although he was a lot on the middle, or on the pocket, still performing so well against PBK. But Spanish flank is a tough task, and a lot of players all around the world, even Solid 2Ks, are struggling to play that out. Oh, sweet quick wall here, and Lan will lose all his crossbows. He's retreating here, does not want to fight against mass knights, which now have +1 attack, +2 defense, and he does not have bloodlines on his CA as well. Does not want to waste them. It would be a spot for another lumber camp if you ask me. Looks pretty shaky here with a lot of idols. Stark trying to go for some knights, did add some stables now, going for 4 stables only though, so it's not the full all in, it's just like, okay, I want to keep up some pressure and see how much I can control. And what is going on here? What are those houses by Proxo? I have no idea. Did he try to save his ram here? Oh, I have no idea. Stark going for cartography. Trying to see where he can do the maximum amount of damage. Dogao, another annoying tower. It's so ugly to play against Dogao. Just sick control, incredible aggression. At the same time, Lan now trying to defend here. And yeah, I said another lumber camp, but actually another TC wouldn't hurt too much either. TaToH going for the full boom. Did add a 3rd stable. But yeah, desperately trying to catch up on the villager count. He is up to 78 now, but at the same time Miguel still roughly 10 ahead. CA now taking the uphill fight. Knights coming in. Oh, Lan is looking so ugly for him, since TaToH completely skipped going for more knights or camels to catch up on the eco. Miguel now with the big raids. TaToH is back on it now, continuing to produce, but at the same time VH is getting back into this game, is having his DCs up as well, and is trying to push further into Lan here. Dogao's getting pushed back a bit, and it's home. Oh, we completely missed that here. And yeah, it seems like Dogao didn't have the greatest reaction ever as well. Those Kongs are now doing work, and oh, Dogao looking in a pretty tough situation. Where's all his army? Is he trying to go over? Yes, he's doing the damage against Proxo. That's why he does not have any defense at home. Needing Stark to defend him here. I always struggle as Spain flank. Yeah, I don't know a lot of players who don't. Stark trying to close in the distance. PBK, no defense upgrade and no bloodlines at this very moment. Maybe trying to go for some more aggression. What is Proxo up to? Only now getting wheelbarrow. That's very late. At 84 villagers here. The army's coming over. What does PBK have? Well, he has some conquistadors actually to defend. Not that it is super necessary, because he has TCs up and he has a defensive castle. But maybe snipe down those crossbows and then he should be super safe. Maybe some walls over here would be pretty nice for him. Miguel building a castle. Kel's pocket, is he maybe going for Road Riders? Let's take a look. Where is he building that? Over here, pretty defensively. At the same time, the aggression continues, and Lance finally has Bloodline Stark on the way to Imperial Age. Now trying to take the engagement here together with Teto.
Rogan?
Thank you so much, Stout, for the host. Sad to not give you another match, but as you can see, I'm very busy here casting Brazil B against Spain, and it's looking pretty good here for the Brazilian team. The pocket's very far ahead. Togao went for a crazy forward, as you can see, towers everywhere, even wall the gold spot of the pocket at the same time. Teto did get some big raids in against Miguel, and therefore Stark and Miguel both on the way to Imperial Age, and the rest not. Lan is trying to defend here, playing the Hans flank, did some early damage against VH, but is now being pushed back a bit further. Same time trying to get the castle up here is Proxo, but that will be some villager losses, maybe even one combat trying to go for the walls here, and should be successful with that, but not before losing a lot of villagers and getting, yeah, lured into the castle. Nice defense here by BK, but still no upgrades. The two on the way to Imperial Age, but a bit later, and indeed Miguel is going for Boat Riders. Has a castle up and is going for the +2 defense already here for his infantry. The two will stay on camels for now. That's a bit surprising. Should switch into cavaliers, and we will see how they will perform in the long run here. The Togao is still super active. Another TC at a weird space here for BBK, but look at that, very hilly area overall on all his back here, so not much that he can do, and it was a tough spot, but this gold is running out dry. But in the front, so many villagers, well, so many towers, some lame gold spots, not really sure what better place to build it. Teto still doesn't know where to go, but they need to take an engagement pretty soon here. Having +1, +2, being up 55%, and Lan will lose one TC here for sure. Cannot really do anything with the CA. I believe something over here as a patrol would have been a bit better, just doing some guaranteed damage against the crossbows, as you can see, but he's just retreating, and that means down to 1 TC trying to rebuild it. Down to 55 villagers, now the lowest here in the game at the Hans pocket. No Ralba, I believe Ralba will play the second game, but we will see the GG already incoming. They know they have no chance. Stark into Imperial Age. Miguel, they know that he will be up pretty soon as well, now even reaching Imperial Age. And that was a pretty clean swipe here by the Brazilians. Impressive forward by Togao. BBK as a Spanish flank, going for the Drush, and after that, not too much. His map wasn't the greatest either. Open stone, open gold. Not much that he can do. And Togao just a punishing forward. And so annoying against those players here. And they will start the next game pretty soon. Let's go into the achievements and take a look. Lan did fight a lot, but did lose a lot as well. Proxo not really getting the kills on after he got raided so early, so heavily. Stark only lost 4 units, although he went for 43 largest army. That's a pretty sick control by him. Uptiming Teto pretty solid, but not building any extra TCs, and that's what we are seeing. Miguel constantly developing, and Teto did get that one hit here, and then was pretty tough to re-establish the eco. Tough game for him. And we are jumping into game number 2 in roughly 6 minutes, because they are playing it with 5-minute spec delay. I'm open for questions, guys. Was losing dozens of Kongs with no armor before. Yeah, well, I'm not sure why they go like 15 Kongs and no bloodlines, no defense upgrade. Especially the first defense upgrade is so cheap, I feel. Nah, well, What can you do? Does the outcome of the series affect the standings? Very much so. Very much so. We can give you another update if you want. And take a look at the brackets again. Here. You can take a look on your own. And Spain can still get 4th, 3rd, 2nd and 1st. Brazil A can actually only get 1st and 2nd, and with their performance they will very likely beat Brazil B today as well. They will beat Spain A, I mean. So Brazil B is 1st. Spain maybe trying to get 1 or 2 games today. 2 games would be incredibly good for them. 1 good. And then it all comes down, how will Spain play against Vietnam? And the winner will get through. Vietnam didn't perform too well against Brazil there, but solid 4-0 against USA. So we are expecting Brazil and Vietnam to go through here. What happens if both Spain and USA end with 1 point and same game difference? Well, they're 3rd and 4th, so they will just drop down to Silver League anyways. We didn't know they have computers with internet in Brazil. Today you learned. Spike delay started. Yeah, but I mean, is there another seeding process to return to Silver League? Yeah. But not really too important. Because you need to play at least 3 weeks. Oh well, like 3rd places shouldn't play other 3rd places before the semifinals. Damn, Silver League is going to be so tough. And 3v3s. Oh. Are you casting all NC games? I'm not casting all the Silver League games at the moment, but I did cast 27 hours at the last weekend. Will cast a lot this next weekend. I believe I will cover roughly 70% of all Gold League games. That's what I think is a realistic estimation. Yeah. At the moment, I would say I have averaged that. And with knockout stages, I should do more. But the problem is I will be in Cologne to cast the Escape Gaming tournament, so I won't cast any games there for a week. Yeah. How's Charlie Hopper? I don't know. I woke up and he wasn't here anymore. He might be. I would be surprised if he left the building though, or my room. I can't see him. I hope he's well. Germany, yeah. Will Jordan play for Germany soon? You will get the best answer by asking him. Pray for Hopper. Isn't it grass prey or something? Yeah. Hey Nili, congrats for the win in AOC Jeopardy with Titito. Great match. Thank you so much. I was very proud. Was a tough one. Can I get an autograph from you in Cologne? Yes. I believe I'm planning on something very sick for the whole community there on Friday. And if it's going to happen, it will be just super crazy. AOC related, real life fun. Could not be better, but it's so stupid of hyping that. Yeah, I would say I prefer jumping into... Oh, wait, let me blow my nose first. And then we're jumping into game number 2. It will be the home map of Spain. It will be Chaos Pit. When are the infos on Friday release would go down there if it fits. I'm trying to set everything up this week. Could you wear a green hat? I have a green t-shirt and had like the hat only stream. If that's what you want to go for with my green screen. Otherwise, I can wear a green hat. You only need to give me one. Let's jump into the game. Robert is playing indeed the legend. The veteran. The guy who, of all of those 8 players, reached 2k first, I would say. And we're looking at Chaos Pit. Dogao is playing the Mongols pocket. Has Mayan Stark flank at Stax for VH and Miguel with the Huns. On the other side, we are seeing Lan with Huns. His pocket will be Ralba with the Celts. Playing Persian is BBK, and we see Mongols for Teto. So no Meso civilization here for the Spanish. Huns and Mongols for both. Ralba, Celts, and BBK with the Persians. For all the guys who don't know this map, you don't have any gold spots around and only 2 tiles of stone. Need to go for some small resources and then try to cut yourself out to get to all the gold spots. What you should not do is try to cut diagonal, because then the wood is thicker. And yeah, you're just trying to go outside here like the very experienced Spanish players are doing it, and actually leave 1 tile between so the villagers can instantly go for the shorter distance. It's a bit better, but yeah, we'll see about that and how they will play it out. And yeah, Irish green screen hat. What? No Celt. OMG. I'm actually not sure how good Mayans are, because you will even need longer to cut out. It's not 300 wood, it's 360. And as we can see, that looks like a lot of 3 stone spots here at one place. So controlling that in the long run would be pretty good. Celts should be good here, right? Yeah, reasonably well. You get to the outside a bit earlier than the others, but don't have any big deficits as well. I would say one of the better civilizations for sure. But it's not like faster cutting already wins you the game. Yeah, you transition into castle age a bit better, and those are team walls from hell, and those are early as well. But yeah, team walls have to be set at like, I would say 9:30 or something, to not get any scouts of a Tetoan who is playing it very aggressively here with the Mongols. So We will see how it plays out. Togao now with 350 food needs to get one more deer and then should be very fine. Can't they build walls on the fallen trees to get through? That only works with the small trees around. Like, that's what we call straggler trees. And you cannot do that with a big forest. But, good idea. The toe up and BBK up. BBK actually Persian here playing at 9:51 as well. Pretty solid times. And Chateau actually a villager behind, or is, yeah. That's a bit weird. Interesting stuff. He already has 1-1 KD and still has a scout, so oh, that makes sense. Did kill the Eagle Warrior, but did lose a scout in exchange. And yeah, the team wall seems to be set up here. Togao trying to go for scouts as well, and the team wall's on the other side. Miguel a bit later, but yeah, they're just trying to press it through. And we see Lan going for the long walls here as well. Let's maybe switch into the point of view of the Spanish guy to see how they're trying to set up those walls. Rather not really using his houses to perfection. Only using 2 out of his 4 for the team walls. GC dashing might be an interesting way on this style of map. Obviously not effective their level of playing. Agreed. Entertaining, yes. Effective, no. Zeto coming in and is going for the aggressive stable. Lan at the same time looking at a solid amount of food. Getting the stable out, and that will be double scouts. We will see Ralber seems to be going fast castle, and is only 80 wood away from chopping to the outside. And look at that. VH, so 3 layers to go. What is he going for? Trying to save a villager first. Trying to continue the team wall as well. Oh no, he tried to go forward as it seems. VH. Let's go into his point of view. That looks a bit weird. Oh yeah, the forward of Miguel is coming in with an aggressive tower. Is he on stone? No, not that I can see. So that will be a tower rush by VH and by Miguel. VH heavily on stone. With even 5 villagers. Togao sending more villagers to the outside is 50 wood away. At the same time, Ralber is 30 wood away. But that's mainly because he's blocking himself as well. Not the greatest micro here. Tato is trying to get in a second layer of walls here for Stark, who is still in Dark Edge. Only now clicking up with a pop 29. And scouts are in, and the second layer is already set up. And will lose all his farms here, trying to get the tower up and secure his own stone and try to defend a bit better. Still rather misriking a bit that he's still not out, and Togao is blocking himself as well. Big aggression here, lots of scouts out. Togao trying to go for something, but Stark is safe at the moment as it seems. More towers here of VH, trying to debate a bit with his infantry. Tatona even with the blacksmith. Is he going for the +1 attack, or what is going on here? Should maybe try to build a second tower, but Stark maps look pretty solid. The tower maybe over here would have been a bit better, although, well, the walls could have been easy as well. Solid defense by Stark so far. Spanish players with a complete team wall as well as you would expect of them. Weakest point here, 175 HP, but some towers out, so maybe they could do something. Another tower of VH out here. Scouts running around. Lan on the outside, so probably trying to take villagers going out here. That's interesting stuff. And Robert trying to scout the outside as well. The first player to go to Castle Age 1619 here. What is he going for? He's on stone, so we might see him going for Wold Riders actually. Or maybe build a castle. Where should he build a castle? Defensively here would be nice for LAN. Offensively here would give them endless amount of map control. Maybe just into the face of a very slow guy. So maybe a castle over here and maybe try to focus down the TC here of Togao would be an option. Oh, nice joke. Stark girls tend to survive. Yeah, indeed. But Stark boys, not so much. Okay. 55 will away from shopping himself out. Now Miguel coming with the big walls, but scouts already in. That 5 scouts should get some damage done here. Bit of a miss micro here by LAN, and Miguel is trying to take the fight. Not 100% sure if he really wants to take that against 5 scouts, but not the greatest micro so far by LAN. Not trying to micro back at all. Ralba needs to pull back as well, and it seems like Miguel is just accepting that he will lose some villagers and waiting for another spearman, and will be fine. Some villagers being reasonably low, but is scaring away what LAN was sending to the front. At the same time, you see Togao expecting something like that and is already walling himself. Oh, but scouts are coming in. Tato now with +1 defense even. 1 spearman, 2 spearmen, and sending the scouts out, trying to go for the attack. Beautiful micro here by Tato, luring away the spearman, killing 2 villagers already. Maybe trying to take another engagement, but 2 spearmen obviously so deadly against some feudal age scouts here. Where is Ralba? I'm walling on the outside. Ralba, what is he doing? He is on 68 stone. That means he is simply going for the boom. No aggressive villagers. Just trying to wall the outside. And Tato is walling here as well. Are they trying to go in for Stark? Not really. Because Stark is walled at the moment. No unintended overjumping just yet. Stark is up, should have a lot of stone, but is needed to build a defensive tower, and then it's getting tough. Obviously only have 700 stone, need to build a tower, need to build a stone gate, and somehow need to buy yourself up to Castle Age as well, and then it's getting pretty slim with the overall stone count. Tato going for reroll. Let's take a look. 4 players up to Castle Age here, and that's 3 of the Brazilians. Stark already up, so 4 Brazilians will be up in Castle Age, and at one point that will be 4-1. Because the Spaniards are having a tougher time of actually clicking up. Okay, let's take a look. Overall villager count, Ralba only at 37. Why is he only at 37? Not building any army. 3 TCs up. Oh. Which account better for the Spanish players. Map control better for the Spanish as well. Military count, I would say pretty even. If only Ralba had 10-15 more villagers, I would say they have a solid advantage. At the moment it feels a bit even and might be pulled back by the Brazilians. Okay, then let's put our minds to what will be the civilizations and how well they will perform if we go into the Imperial Age. Celts, obviously super strong. Mongols, Huns, Persians, I like all of them. Mayans and Aztecs, early. Super good, and not so good, but well, game looks kind of stabilized so far, but still only 1 attack. It's basically impossible if someone wants to push towards the middle to defend that properly. You have so much area to wall, no trees to help you. For now you only have palisade walls, so if someone is going for the aggression here, that means they will get in guaranteed. So trying to zone out as much as possible. LAN up. BBK. Okay, BBK is up as well. So, yeah, it will be a bit better for the Brazilians when it comes to uptimes. But not too much. Let's take a look at overall map control here. Oh, Stark still not on the outside. Well, no, he did sneak some villagers around, so that's all reasonable for him. And a nice move here by Chateau, denying those villagers from instantly getting through. And I wanted to say something. Yeah, look at the overall map control. It feels like 3/4 or something like this for the Spanish players, and 1/4 or a bit more for the Brazilians. Now going for plumed archers, so the first unit choice here for something better than only feudal age units. VH now trying to crawl himself a bit forward and will do some damage here, I would say. Has anyone ever looked yet? Not like the escape tournament where some villagers died like flies because a player forgot to decide not to develop it. Loom, you mean Loom? Yeah, everyone has Loom. I'm super sure about that. Check Robert's wills again. Finally, 65, okay. And all the Brazilians in their 40s. BBK up to 55 as well. Chateau and Lan a bit behind. Let's take a look. Lan is now going for the tower, and the siege workshop looks a bit scrappy here. How the game is continuing and lagging a bit. And Raba is walling even further forward. And then we raise the questions. What is the answer to Vote Riders? Mayans? Doesn't really have the best answer. Aztecs? Only if he gets to Jaguars. Yeah, Dogao and Miguel would have reasonable answers to that. But the Meso tips, not so much. And those are the tips that they are counting on in early Imperial Age. And Raba should be the first one to really put on the pressure here. Having the being the only guy who didn't build any feudal units. Look at that, very peaceful KD of 0 to 1. So going for more defense, and it's so surprising to me that we don't see a single military unit at the moment trying to attack anything. Some very small aggression by VH here. Oh, nice quick wall by Lan, not 100% sure if it will be enough though. Well, getting some damage done, but should be repairing those this Mangonel. Nope. Nice team play here to go. Coming over, killing that Mangonel, and whoop, I'm out of here. And it's going away again. So what does Raba see? Trying to outpost a lot. Ah, dude. Cartography could really help you out here in those spots. Going for stone. He is at 88 villagers. The highest is 63 for the Brazilians. Raba. He is the guy that everyone is looking at, and he's the guy who needs to do the damage. He's looking at reasonable resources as well. Uh-oh, Slipknot tributed to to Stark. Let's take a look. Is Stark on the way to Imperial Age? 90 food? Not so much. Raba on the way to Imperial Age? Yes. Lots running around, BBK is defending, and indeed, Slipknot VH tributed to Dogao. And VH distributed to you, so VH is switching into the Castle Age Sling here, and that means 40% tax. I like that they're not sending their tax player into Imperial Age, but I believe the Sling should be a bit later. We will see. We will see. Miguel now building a university, meaning that he is looking to get into Imperial Age pretty soon as well. Raba pushing here, doing double siege workshop. Will he go Halberdier Ram? Will he go for Vote Riders? And the big question is, where is he going for his army? I honestly believe that a push towards the middle is just so efficient here. You cannot run into stone walls. Even if you run into some, it's so easy to get in at another spot. You're guaranteed to always kill a lot of food eco. Yes, you're not raiding any stone spots, any wood spots, and any gold spots. You're killing a lot of buildings as well, and just, yeah, increasing your map control. And then you can always raid. You have so much control after that, and yeah, can just decide on where to attack. It's so easy to overchop here as well, and most of the times you can do something and get inside at some points. But going and push from the outside is also good, because as I said before, you get damage on the gold spots, on the stone spots, and obviously most of the eco in general is on the outside. Overall military super small here for 30-minute in-game of Chaos Pit. Not so much chaos. I think it feels a bit more pity today. Not chaos pity. Game is lagging quite a bit. South America against Europe. Morsling and Dogao on the way to PLH. So is Miguel and Stark. So it will be 3v1. Oh, what are we seeing here? Miguel will have troubles to defend that, I would say. What is Miguel going for? He at the moment is not having any stables. He's not having a single stable. Dogao is building castles over here. Why is he not building against Chateau? That's a bit surprising to me. Now Ralba is pushing in, and that's something that he absolutely should be able to play, even if he feels super rusty. You like the map but missed the start. Well, it was a very untypical start for this map. Well, some scouts, some aggression, and then team wall is very typical, but not a single Castle Age unit being built in this game. Everyone completely skipped the Castle Age. And now let's see. That Castle of Miguel will not really do too much. I'm not even sure if it's going up, and I think I will slow it down even further. Fiat is continuing to sling, and as I said before, 40% tucks. Miguel finally getting some stables up. At the same time, Dogao trying to build up his castles here. Maybe some Mango Dice will do a lot here. But only if Ralba's not getting any castles out. Problem is he only has 5 villagers here at the front. Should be sending more over, and that's his plan. The good thing is, if Ralba's buying a lot of time here against the Brazilians on the right hand side, we know that Chateau can go for some Mango Dice as well. Miguel Cavaliers, Stark is going for Eldorado Eagles. Where is he having his barracks? Oh, very much here in the home base. And we don't see too much Stonewall. Oh, actually they tried to Stonewall behind, but not enough. Ralba building castle here in the middle. Gives him the upgrade later on maybe. At the moment only one defense upgrade. Ralba's boom. 34-minute boom only. Pop 156. He's looking strong, but could be looking a bit stronger, if you ask me. Instant denial of that conversion. Ralba trying to sneak around. Now even going for SO. BBK already researching Paladins. I would say it's looking pretty good for the Spanish players here. Having a nice team strategy and then going for a lot of scouts, putting on the pressure, and now being walled here. They seem to be very prepared, I would say. Need to wall some more stone here. Where's the rest of the army? Palisade walls will be replaced by a layer of stone walls behind that. Here, I believe, needs to be another stone wall, but the rest looks fine. Stark. Eldorado Eagle Warriors are out, but they are not doing the damage. I don't see a single siege workshop at the moment. Now the push continues, and BBK actually having production from where? From, oh, on the other side of the map, and he's coming over nonetheless. Harbier is now going to the front. Rams trying to snipe down. We see lead Mango Die for Dogao, so he will be quite nice and early up. The castle, I believe, will survive here. It's getting a lot of damage done, but so many Cavaliers that will not fall, and Mango Die is helping out, even the repair. And Ralba's attack is failing quite a bit. Another not too convincing game by him. Going for the SO, maybe a bit early. But now he's obviously set up beautifully and is, yeah, His map control is incredible. Look at that. Over here, he's defending in the middle with some SO and pushing on the right-hand side. Just forcing everyone to be over here. And remember, guys, now we're going into late Imperial Age. No Spanish trade for anyone. And how did those eagles get in? No, over here, probably with some patterns in, as it seems like the splash damage here, and that will be ugly. Where's BBK with his paladins? Now coming in for the defense. Point switch. The Brazilians are taking over the score lead. SO shots could be crucial here against the Mangudais. The lag is real, so 2 shots and Mangudais could be numbered down quite nicely. And wow, it feels so weird. Okay, I will even slow it down further and hope that it runs a bit smoother then. More sling. Fiat is slinging and continuing. Lan is on the way to Imperial Age as well. Should be going for paladins here. Ralba going for more Vote Riders in the middle. He's trying to fight everywhere. Is looking at Pop 180. BBK at Pop 190. BBK going for mass paladins, needing to chase the eagles everywhere. At the same time, Tato having some problems to getting up his elite Mangudai count, as he's still not having elite Mangudais in the first place. Stark going over here. Siege Workshop maybe trying to push against the Mongol Sato, but SO of Ralba should be out. From now on, there is no walling with wood, because SO can obviously cut those trees down easy peasy, and you can always go in. Nice defense here by Miguel so far against CSO. More raids coming in here at the front. Not really. Let's take a look at the minimap. Do we see some more eagles out? Yes. Tato still running, and he is struggling quite a bit. His population is at 125. That's with only 10 military at the moment. Dogao going for drill and hoardings. Does not want to lose his scarcity. And as I said before, and wanted to point out with the not having Spanish, the trade. That's a big issue here. The Brazilians just have so little area overall. Tato trying to hold on the left hand side, the right hand side basically impossible to conquer with all the SO behind and siege workshops. That's why they're pushing through the middle, and that's quite a big army here. SO shots not doing as much as they could, and maybe not even doing hell of a lot. Oh, we will never know, or will we know? Maybe now, maybe okay. BBK missing the last attack upgrade. Miguel completely set up. A beautiful player when it comes to control and production of paladins. Probably one of the strongest in that regard. Dogao, beautiful control of his Mangudais, is still missing the last defense upgrade, but is recharging that. Siege Ram coming out. BBK finally doing the +4 attack, but there's no help for him. The push of the Brazilians in the middle is real. No S over here. Are they trying to rewall? Not doing that. Tato dropping more and more in pop. Only at 18 military, still 112 villagers, but cannot really wall the middle. BBK having a lot of paladins spread around the map, not doing the great defense. Ralba not aware to defend over here. What is BBK? Here needs to send us paladins all over. Lan actually building the stables at the side where they cannot really push anyways. And BBK needs to retreat. He is looking at a strong pop 180 with 60 paladins, so he can take some good engagement, but needs to group up and needs to get all his paladins there. At the same time, still not the walls closed, and it is pretty ugly for these Spanish players who had so much control for such a long time of the game, but are now struggling. Fiat on the way to Imperial Age is going for Sanctity. That means he's trying to push with monasteries here towards the middle. Brazilians now taking a bit engagement. Most of the paladins already down. Finally, Tato's coming, but not all upgrades. Trying to regroup. TC fire, obviously not too efficient in late Imperial Age. Mangudais of Tato sniping down an SO, I wanted to say, but that was an SO of Ralba. Still with the highest points. Dogao and Stark, though, having higher points together with Miguel than any of the Spanish players. Tato needs to retreat, not having the best upgrade, still missing chemistry as well, and all the defense upgrades. Not even sure if he has thumping here or ballistics. The push is coming in. Tato sees it and is trying to defend. Ralba needs to right click on those units though. Paladin push now on the right hand side. Monks should be getting redemption, block printing, and try to snipe all those SO down constantly. Still no second corner for all the Brazilians. Mangudai is now doing a beautiful job, and it seems like Dogao is running with all his Mangudai. Should lose quite a bit here, fighting against the hill. Teto, he is pulling it back with his Mangudai control. At the left hand side, it seems the push is stopped, and suddenly we have Stark with Malians here in late imp, and that will be super tough for him to play. The civilization choice may be a bit better, at least for the late game setup here for our Spanish team. Raba needs to re-wall, is trying to do that, needs to go for more SO, but it's open over here. They are not seeing that. PH is going for coinage, trying to reduce the tax from 40% to 20%. Lan trying to re-wall. Raba, where is he pushing? Is he going for Vote Riders towards the middle? I don't see that coming. Mangudai push here from Teto. Still missing some upgrades, but that's not too important. Holding over here. Beautifully done there, and I don't see what Star can really do in this game now. League of Warriors won't be too efficient. Harvard is not really the greatest units to go for. And no trade setup just yet. Last minute wall here by Ralber and Lan at the second row. Very well done, Lan. All his stables are pretty useless. Is not even having paladins finished just yet, but looking at 45%. Teto continuing to push together with BBK, and now they are the team finally pushing in the mainland. Raba going down to pop 140. His teammates looking at 170 plus. 170 is roughly the number that the Brazilians have as well. I would say overall pop count very neck and neck here. But the civilizations and the units so much better here for our Spanish players. I believe they should be in full control. They still have the map control as well. Let's go into the minimap and try to find some more gold spots. It seems like the Brazilians should be pretty much out of gold here as well. Trying to set up the trade very fast. Big push in the middle. What is Satoru Raba doing? Trying to still wall a bit. And this is a very good wall actually, because that means the trade will run even worse. Trying to go for that gold spot. Miguel is sending in 3 petards against 1 layer of stone wall. Very efficient. And they will try to find another engagement, and that's a lot of paladins from the same team. BBK with the blue paladins and Lan with the orange paladins actually in the same team here. So Miguel needs to retreat. Fortified wall for Dogao. He's trying to save it, and they know, we don't want to let them get inside here, and our small trade could get raided down. Let's take a look. And that was a beautiful quick wall here. Teto was trying to get in, and is now in desperate need to snipe down those villages. It seems like the wall is complete. Beautiful move here by the Brazilians. Now trying to chase down is Miguel and Teto, but now they have to fight Apple as it seems. La needs to go for... Oh, did they break those walls? It feels like the petards went in, but no more paladins. So hard to fight over here. This might be one of the best fights that the Spanish players could have hoped for. Teto absolutely on the hill, having now all the upgrades, even taking for the siege rams here with Drill, and no more paladins for Miguel inside. The Mangudais of Dogao being flanked from behind. Stark finally trying to take an engagement, but Teto beautifully microing back. Dogao will lose all his Mangudais here. Teto trying to regroup, is finding another spot, very clumped up here on a hill area. Dogao is sending in everything, having a small hit advantage out the side, but only with a little amount of units. Stark is having a lot of idle units overall, and look at that. BBK is continuing to push, and so is the basically Dogao forced to run back. They can still get into the trade, and honestly guys, I wouldn't be surprised to see a big point switch exactly now, and they're taking the game here. They're in full control, trying to set up the trade, but honestly, where are they pushing? Lan still set up to hold over here if they would be trying to go for it. The gold control very little, and the push is so real. Miguel is going for the mass amount, but look at that. Teto is pushing in, protected by so many paladins here by BBK. I believe we could see the GG timing here pretty soon, and that would mean the 1-1 here. Teto taking the point in. BBK, nice amount of paladins. Dogao is pushing into everything. Miguel trying to hold as well, and Stark is sending in mass halberdiers. But what does that really matter? Yeah, even if they push them out of the trade, and it feels like that might be an option. The trade cards. Looking at Only 50 here, it's just simply way too small. It's getting a lot of access done. Teto having another group, and look at that. Teto is desperately or hardly pushing, or pushing very hard, that's what I wanted to say, in the middle here, but loses some Magnetised and is preparing another push here at the side. At the same time, we have Lan pushing here over as well. Miguel trying to get the walls up to them beautifully. Stark getting for Treadmill Crane, an upgrade that we don't see too often, and don't think that the trade card amount is too bad here for the Spanish. They are still having a lot of gold spots here at all the sides. Maybe they need to build it at one point though. Finally cleared up here. Beautiful move by the Brazilians, but the next push is already around the corner. Star cannot do much. Magnetised out. What is Ralba doing? Where's Ralba pushing? At the moment, going for SO in the middle, going for more siege, and that means Stark is getting threatened quite a bit. A lot of paladins out here for Miguel. Game kind of stabilizing for now. Trying to cut the wood here, killing the villagers first. Paladins coming in. No quick votes by Miguel this time, and they're in the trade again. Miguel trying to go to the right hand side. At the same time, we see Teto pushing. Where the SO of Ralba. Now they're coming in. That means Dogao cannot take any engagements here as well. Only needing to add 2-3 traps, I would say. And then I don't really see how Dogao can take an engagement. Teto needs to go back and wait for the SO a bit, if you ask me. Sick walls here. VH trying to zone out some of the trade. I'm not even 100% sure how their trade is going at the moment. Very short here. Miguel over here, and Stark, yeah, just not sure in what direction he wants to trade. Big engagement here by Dogao. Needs to fall back. Does not want to take any SO shots. Trying to take a look at that as well. But overall, military, look at that. 50, 54, 56, 76. On the other side, we have 6, for example, for VH. Not really getting on the numbers that he wants to get. And indeed, Spain is taking a win off Brazil B. One of the favorites to fly to China, to be one of the top 4 teams, and nice home map choice, good civilization pick and great execution. Sweet aggression over here, then getting the walls up, completely skipping Castle Age and knowing they have the better civilizations. Ralba with the quick boom, completely forcing all the players to concentrate on him. Therefore, his teammates could boom up. BBK going for a lot of paladins and the better civs carrying them into the very late game. GG, 1-1. Spain. They're making me very happy. Achievements. PH, 8 kills, 104 lost units. Okay, he was a slinger, so that's what happens. The Teto KD, pretty nice. Ralba, actually, if you go for SO boom, that's not the KD you want to go for, and especially like the raising is only 24. He needs to control so much more. Not impressed how he played today again with this very, very strong position that he had. First to Imperial Age, only booming all game long. BBK actually, the second one to the Imperial Age. Maybe a bit of an overboom by him. And yeah, pretty sweet play here, and liking how that went out for the Spanish players. I always love when clever home maps are getting picked, strategies are getting executed. Sweet stuff. Brazil B, now with their home map, they are picking islands. Another spec delay of 5 minutes, guys. Stay tuned. Elio, which team is your opinion the biggest surprise, negative and positive? I was surprised how well USA played. Let me take another look at that. So China, no surprise. Argentina, not a surprise as well. Finland, I would have expected them to play better. But they're in the top 8 now, so then it starts to count. Canada was playing a bit better than I expected. But no biggies. Rest looks pretty reasonable, I would say. USA is performing a bit better than I would have thought. No, not really. No. Oh. Think only Finland, Canada. The rest, pretty much as I would have expected it. Speculate started. Best surprise gonna be Chile B? No. When we went into Germany A versus Chile B, we thought we had like 60% to win. We knew that they're very good. And yeah, I couldn't play for 3 days because G20 was in Hamburg. I was on the street throwing rocks all day long. And yeah. It's like losing a coin flip. If you're surprised by that, then you're easily surprised. Did you know? I was surprised that they wanted to play Migration. Because Chile RCL is playing RTS League and Migration is an often picked map. I didn't know that they were that strong, but I think we had better home map picks, yeah. But I had a very bad day, so I wasn't the guy to really take over that day. And I'm a bit sad about that, but happens. But in the end, honestly, we would have gotten into the group with Canada and Finland and EMA. So, oh no, Finland, Canada, and Brazil C? No. Second seed. Vietnam B, I believe. So, we would have been in Silver League anyways. So, in the end, it didn't matter. We will get a higher seed again in Silver League, yeah. That would have been better. But, yeah, that's true. And our training motivation would have been higher as well. Yeah, China EMA is seeded 11th and we were seeded 10th, I believe. But yeah, the seeding was having Jordan in the roster. And if he isn't playing, then we probably should have gotten seed 20 or something. Or 15. 15, I believe, is realistic. But we will see. It's still a lot of weeks to go. And I'm very excited to see. I believe Silver League with instant single elimination will be very interesting. Will there be best of 5 or best of 7 games? Let me take a look. Rules and settings. And looking into Silver League match settings. Uh-oh, that's best of 5 for way too long for my taste. Ay. Only semifinals best of 7 and finals best of 7. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, that's best. Well, we'll see. And yeah, there will be a lot of very, very good teams in Silver League. Brazil C, Czech, China EMA, Chile B again, Austria A, which will be incredible in 3v3. United States will be very good in 3v3. Spain will be very good in 3v3. I believe we are like number 10 at the moment. And if John is not playing, we have very little chance. But let's see. Will he play it all? Ask him. No, we actually thought he would be playing. And you know who's playing? Spain against Brazil B here on the home map of the Brazilians. To go with a Vikings flank. His pocket will be Miguel. Playing the Hans. Stark again, pocket with Japanese. And the flank for 3-8. Really nice spot for him. We have Tito with the Japanese. Lan with the Mongols pocket as well. Ralba with the Vikings. That's a bit surprising to me that he's getting the Vikings and BBK with the Huns. Let's see how they will play it out. We did see 3 aggressive dogs from Brazil most of the time and Stark going for the defensive dogs, but this time he's playing the dog aggressively as well and no restart, so that will be the real game. I'm not sure if anyone ever took a restart in this series this far. Strong 3-3 team will probably pick 3-3. Yeah, sadly. On his stream, Jordan said he probably will play. Good for Germany. But we will see. The thing is, like, Pedro, Andreen, Skittle, and I are probably very close on the same level. Oh! Stark losing a villager here. And we did see it coming. And he's going for Loom as well. What a horrible game for him. Looming and losing a villager. Okay. And yeah, it's always tough, like, to bench one player is okay for rotation, but if we want to have John play every game, then we have to bench 2 players, and that's getting pretty ugly then. And VH says, what the falafel lag? To not the greatest ballers and 4 HP here on this villager. Oh, Tato has a lot of villagers on wood. What is going on here? What am I seeing? 9 villagers on wood make that 10? Tato is going for the fish boom. And Lan out of the pocket is going for the fast rush. Interesting. Second dock here of Tato coming up. That's an interesting strategy choice. Ralba at the same time is playing with the Loom as well. Did put an aggressive dock. Where is BBK docking? Towards the middle. Dogao actually did build his at the side. Way more defensively than we know of him. Late second born. That will be slower than we normally see. And Miguel is building it defensively as well. So completely different here than we saw before. We see VH and Stark playing it aggressively, and Dogao and Miguel playing it defensively. The flank Tato playing it defensively. His pocket Lan will play it fast. And Ralba and BBK are docking aggressively as well. Weird choice, and this will be very scrappy for an island game. It will not be our typical twice 2v2. I think galleys will go everywhere, especially because those 2 weird islands here in front of the docks of the Spanish players, no one will really know where to go. Okay, Stark 1 villager behind. But not the end of the world. Let's take a look. 6 players up to Feudal Age. Ralba with a pretty slow timing here. I personally love him so much, but not showing the performance of a top 8 team player here. But yeah, that's what happens. Jeanette not happy with people asking if it's a pause. And I agree. Chat off. We will see if it's a pause or not. Tato up and Miguel playing it with a super boom here. 3 docks in Dark Age. This guy is madness. And that's even without the greatest fish ever. So 1149 there is up to 9 fishing ship. And Tato is playing with 8 fishing ships so far. And we will see where he will be trying to dock. Only playing it with... he's playing with 3 lumber camps. That's totally reasonable for Japanese. We did see Influenza yesterday, playing it with 4. PH, where is he going? He's instantly running into land, so the 2 Mongols kind of equalizing each other here. 3 docks already out for land, 3rd dock coming for VH. Oh, and Lan overextending a bit, trying to take some damage now, but VH will chase. Pretty good stuff here for VH at the start, but only some HP advantages here. Nothing too major. Lugao, 3 good dogs. If he gets 1 over here, he's in a very good spot to have incredible fish. Miguel up to 14 fishing ship, Tato only at 10. And didn't see my hands move, but yeah, I said only. Damn, you didn't see it again. Big fish from here out of the Rahalba pocket, so I will probably take that back. He's playing it with 9 fishing ship and 2 docks only. Early blacksmith. I'm a bit confused what he is up to. So BBK, where is he going? Oh, going towards the middle. That will not get too much, I would say. Dogao is around and scouting out the area. Some galleys in the middle. Lan against VH. Is someone going for fletching of them? Because that's the most important thing. As you can see, not a single kill. The only kill is from Gaia so far. The strong boar. Oh, BBK trying to go for the landing and is losing all the fish here at the front. Not 100% sure why there's no reaction of him. Ralber sending some galleys to the front. He's still playing it with only 2 docks at the moment. Trying to defend BBK, not reacting at all. What does that mean? He's trying to go for the aggression against Dogao, and strategy-wise, I like that a lot. Dogao did go for the back dock and is getting punished for it. Let's take a look if he's getting... Okay, how does this map look like? Nice defensive gold here, defensive stone. Where is this other stone spot? Where is the second stone spot of Dogao? Oh, here to the front. And Dogao is getting the blacksmith up. Team random is not allowed, right? Indeed, it's not allowed. Why are you so surprised? It seems like Hans, Japanese, and Vikings are the 3 strongest picks, and yeah, Mongols to go with some aggression as well. BBK absolutely not on par with his macro at the moment. Lost way too much fish here, getting a lot of damage with his galleys. And oh, Miguel not even finding all the sheep is on the way to Castle Age though. Rather a bit later. But yeah, has more galleys out at the moment. Miguel at 6 and Raba at 7. So technically I was correct. Dogao getting the defensive tower up now. And if BBK is getting a tower up here, that means he has complete control over all the stone. Dogao at this moment down to 17 stone. What is BBK doing? And he is very indecisive. Going back now. Dogao, what is he able to do? Nice walls here by him so far. Is maybe getting onto some skirmishers. Getting the walls up here as well. Is out of stone though. And needs to wall with palisades here. Alternatives are Saracens. And that's probably it. Oh, Miguel is selling some stone to Dogao. Beautiful team play here. To allow him to build some more stone walls and be a bit safer. So the tower is up for BBK, blocking that gold. But yeah, Dogao's map on the more fortunate side, I would say. Oh, where the archer is completely out of position. Fighting down that tower now. The tower of Dogao helping out as well. And maybe Dogao is able to wall that in. Big mistake here by BBK. But Palisades were only having 200 HP and maybe not even finishing that. Let's take a look. Dogao might lose one villager indeed. Trying to fight down those Palisades now. Did go only to 60 HP, so that it will go up. Tower of Dogao coming up here as well. BBK at the moment, no fletching. Let's take a bit more caution of how the water is going. Stark trying to be aggressive. Where is Chateau with all his army? We're looking at it. Okay, with Lan together here. Now trying to take the engagement against VH, who is still not up. At the same time, Stark getting some raids in against Lan here, who's playing it without Loom and is still going for the gold at the water. At the pocket, you don't think too much about that. But yeah, in this case, would have been a bit better if we went for the other gold. And now trying to take the fight against the tower. I believe BBK should focus on the skirmishers with the tower, and the archers focus on the villagers. Trying to do some microing here, is killing some of the villagers, so that's pretty reasonable by him, but losing a lot of his archers. But he should continue to fight and also should focus on the villagers. That's the most important thing here. It seems like Dogao did defend, and he did defend well. He's even doing some damage here over here, and that's a pretty good engagement here by Chateau together with Lan trying to chase down. At the same time, VH still not clicked up. Stark only at 80% of the castle timing. VH trying to do some sneaking around. Ralba on the way to gaining some ground against Miguel. Both of them pretty similar size of military, now absolutely identical, but Ralba should be able to outproduce Miguel. Fishing ship count 15 to 9, so small advantage there by Miguel still. And obviously the boom is just so much easier there with the Hans pocket. But Ralba trying to go for the micro. We see Miguel with ballistics probably, and having an extra TC as well. BBK trying to force Dogao onto more and more land fights here. That's good for them strategically. Ralba needs to retreat. Miguel playing a pretty beautiful game there out of the pocket. VH needs to build more docks here behind. Let's take a look. Villager count. Chateau leading his team at 39, all under the 40s. It looks pretty similar here. Military count, everyone around 20. We see BBK a bit lower. So I would say overall pretty even. Two players still in feudal age, the rest on the way to castle age. Lan only, Lan was very late as well. I completely missed that. So he will be roughly 2 minutes later than VH, and they will need to take another engagement. Well, yeah, force some villagers off, but VH should now scare away what Chateau and Lan have here, and they should be going back, trying to, actually pretty sneaky move here. And those 5 war galleys should kill some of, where did they get in? And they should be killing some of the fish here for sure. Ralba trying to take another engagement. Where is his ballistics? Still missing, I would say. He's playing it with 5 dogs, trying to defend over here and getting some kills in. Chateau needs to go. He needs to fall back. He's trying to go for wheelbarrow. Lan still very, late with the tech here. VH is now getting the +2. Trying to take the engagement here together with the dog. Not 100% sure why. Lani needs to go back further. Chateau needs to run. VH now continuing to do the damage. KD so much better for the Spanish players. Chateau needs to defend here at home. But I believe he's doing quite a nice job. He is now up to the castle age. Don't think that fighting close to the town center makes any difference here, because there's not a single villager close to the TC. The good thing for Dogao is though that he has endless amount of fish. Skirmishers now chasing down Chateau. I believe is roughly 9 skirmishers here. Lan finally on the way to war galley upgrade. Miguel on the way to Imperial Age. And he might be rocking that game against Ralba there. Tato, beautiful job of running around. And even more fishing ship added here by Dogao. He's going for complete madness here. 17 fishing ship. And let's take a look. Oh, Dogao now sending some villagers over from the wood to fight off. And I believe BBK should actually go to the other side and not fight under the TC. He should go towards the wood and has so much firepower here. Even having some archers out should help him quite a bit, fighting off against those villagers. Now a lot of villagers being pulled. Is there any army here at the close by availability? Not really. Now pushing back here finally is with the help of Lan and trying to get ballistics, but I believe the big story of the game will be Miguel being an Imperial Age and Ralba only now getting ballistics, so that's pretty far off. Getting some villager kills, down to 43 villagers. At the same time BBK still only Feudal Age. He is distracting Dogao quite nicely, but it seems like Dogao now up, and look at that. Just beautiful control here by Dogao. It is a very good spot for them when it comes to still not having the Vikings on the water, but Ralba could not punish being Vikings against Miguel here. He's not up to, he clicked up to Imperial Age. So, but that still will be a solid 3 minutes later. Okay, Ralba now. Maybe trying to trade off war galleys against war galleys. Still in Castle Age, I believe that is still a reasonable engagement for him. And Miguel needs to fall back. He is producing like a madman. Did add some more docks here at the front. And now we're getting into the phase where the Vikings actually, the Huns are actually getting the worst of all of those water tips, since they don't have shipwreck. So they need to pay the full 90 wood here. Ralba trying to micro, doing some damage against VH, requesting the help of Tato and Lan. Let's take a look. Lan himself having some farmers, but that looks not like the eco of a guy who will click up to Imperial Age pretty quickly. Funny, Ralba on the way to Imperial Age with only 3 farmers, but at the same time Miguel with only 2. He on the other side has 15 fish, Ralba only 9, and Miguel still without loom. Small pause here in this game. I would say Brazilians quite in a solid advantage. We still see BBK having a lot of problems, getting completely pushed down, and yeah, I'm not sure if he can get a single villager kill. Only now 70% on the way to Castle Age, and I don't really see how they can take good engagements against Miguel. They will absolutely won't. Unless they get galleons as well. Let's go into the point of view of Ralba, who will be struggling to get enough food, actually, to get all his upgrades. Ralba going for masonry. That's an upgrade I never see being researched in Castle Age. And especially not in islands. I'm not even sure how much this will improve. Okay, that's 10% more and some more defense. That's weird. I'm very sure that's not worth it. Trying to take an engagement against VH now would be an option for all the players who are very clumped up here. Tato, the master, actually going for demolition ships. And Ralba now going for galleons, but missing the food to go for Bracer as well. Did I miss any landings? No, not really. Tato now losing a lot of ground here at the front. At the moment, 3 relics to none. But we will need to see the game going for another hour at least to really see that kicking in. Beautiful surround here by Miguel. Look at that. We see Ralba, the Vikings pocket, at the 32-minute mark, going down to 44 villagers, losing all his fish. His production will be just so small. Still cannot afford Bracer, does not even have Carronneering, and I believe the control of Miguel over Ralba will win the Brazilians the game. Tato though, still trying to change that, and is now pushing back. BBK at the same time trying to reboom is on 40 CC. Has a pretty solid island, I have to say. Look at that. Stone and gold, all untouchable from the water, or somewhat touchable here from the left-hand side. Where is Ralber's army to try to free himself? He only has 2 TCs, but not enough villagers on farms. He does not have a single food income at the moment. Look at that, stuck at 3 food for such a long time. He's having the +3 now, but Miguel having Carroneering, having Chemistry as well. Teto still waiting for Chemistry, but has Carroneering. Now the trap here in the middle. Now suddenly the game is going lightning fast, because we were just shortly before pause. Stark. Shortly before reaching PLH as well, is trying to do some damage here and trying to do some more annoyance against the Spanish players. Teto actually picking up another relic. Where is the 5th one? Oh, so all in control here of the Spanish players, but don't get fooled, we're always playing Conquest at the win condition. So controlling all the 5 relics won't help them. Dogao on the way to MPLH as well, and I believe it is just simply impossible. Lan, no chance of getting onto water. Ralber, yeah, he's trying his very best, but his eco is just super bad with 45 villagers here. Teto, the only guy who can really contest on water at the moment, but soon he will fight 3 people. Got completely destroyed over here. Miguel having all the map control. Ralber is producing, and he's producing quite nicely. He has a solid army at the moment with 50. But Miguel has 50 as well, and at the same time Stark is looking at the solid 50. Teto only has 20, trying to take another engagement over here, going for Chemistry. Stark on the getting Galleons now, getting Bracer, and will take a very good fight against Teto. Let's take a look. Still Ralber doing so much less damage against the +1 defense and missing Chemistry. Therefore Miguel can take a fight, maybe even slightly outnumbered. Ralber's army is still not all there, and he needs to fall back. Miguel with the wins, although he did not have the closer distance to his own docks. Dogao now trying to reland. He thinks, yeah, I'm Vikings, but I don't care. I will land you anyways. Going for the Mangonel push here. Look at that, pure Mangonel push. Trying to go for some micro galleons of Miguel, helping out so much, and Miguel is going for maybe what is the final blow of the game here, and pushing deep into Ralber's productions. Ralber still only looking at 49 villagers, and as I said, missing the upgrade for quite a long time. Teto trying to do wonders over here, but is getting somewhat trapped if he would go the other way around. VH is pushing in as well, and it's a GG. Teto and Lan doing quite the aggression. BBK sacrificing himself, and I believe the big story of the game was really Ralber just simply losing against Miguel. Not really a big fault, losing against one of the strongest players in the world, without a doubt, but Vikings against Hans. The dream was alive for Spain. I believe strategically they played it pretty solid, and nonetheless Brazil has taken the 2-1, and I believe that guarantees them the first place in the group now, and yeah, rightfully so. No big surprise. Yeah, look at that food difference. Damn, son. And KD should be, well, that's all reasonable. And beautiful hold by Teto as well. That was just so good here. Going for the skirmishers. He had a pretty solid map, but nice sling of the stone as well, requesting that in his team. Me likey. Do we know the map? I will ask. Yeah, Miguel wasn't even Vikings, but still carried. Microphone. That's a map I like a lot. I have not seen a lot of team games on that specific map, and I'm not sure if Brazil B actually has a real strategy prepared here. Microphone is a map. Potato Man 31. So that's what the map looks like, guys. Both teams starting on one solid main island, and you have some crossings over to one middle part and to yourself, and have a lot of water on the outside. There are two good sides of water and two very small sides where you have very few good fish. So those sides basically are very good to control. And there are a lot of different strategies possible. Easy to fail with walls, easy to get landed and not scouted, easy to get sneaked. It's a map that I like a lot. Typical civilization should be Vikings, Mayans, Huns, Mongols, maybe Spanish. Yeah, something like that. It's nice to see that Spain at least seems to have some non-standard maps prepared, yeah. And that's what I absolutely expect of a team together with Chateau. And that's what I love about him so much. He really thinks a lot about the game, thinks outside the box, and really is pushing small edges. And yeah, that's really, really great by him. And I would say, let's take a look at the map. So much to see, so many strategies to pick. One of the more strategic maps here, especially because players have very little idea how to play it. Lugao playing the Mongols. His pocket will be Stark with Mayans. We will have Miguel with Huns and Fiat with the Vikings. Facing short distance, Persian Lan, Vikings for Ralber, Huns for BBK, and Mongols for Teto. So we will see no Mayans for the Spanish players. Yeah, and Mayans. Yeah, so they prefer Persians over Spanish. What is this map? It's called Microphone. And as I said before, we have two sides with very good fish and two sides with very, well, poor fish, I would say. And sadly for Brazilians, we have the Vikings with the poor fish, but Huns and maybe the Mayans could go for the very good fish. Mongols here to flank and maybe do some pressure, but against another Mongols. We have the Vikings here in the back. Ralber. I believe the positioning is a bit better, I would say, for... Re. Tito's calling the Re. Yeah, I did say the position is a bit better for the Brazilians. Having the Vikings pocket is a big problem. He cannot really fish boom. What army is he going for after that? So you want to have him rushing and having a Persian so exposed here. Would have been an ugly spot for them. I like the restart. 5 minutes spec delay still on. And yeah. What do you think about the civilizations? What's better, Mayans or Persians? Looks like more Xinjiang map. Yeah, looks a bit like that. Why they stopped? Spain called a restart. They said, okay, we don't like the map, how it's shaped, or how we are positioned, or someone had a very bad start and said, okay, it's the first 4 minutes. Let's start a new game, and every team is allowed to do that once in the 4 games. Oh god. I had the mistake of trying to read a strategy article on Reddit. Why don't pro players war properly? And the question is terrible. Like, the general idea behind the question is quite nice and could be like very informative. And you could go into a lot like, how does RTS really work and how is that designed? And yeah, but the question is like what he wrote after that is pretty interesting. And the answers are crazy as well. Well, why 4 games and not 5? Why 5 games and not 6? 4 seems like a reasonable number to play. If you're guaranteed to play 4 games, that's something like, okay, we're sitting down for 2.5 hours. That makes sense. With 5 minutes back delay, I could have fit in 1 game of Minesweeper. Damn. Yeah, Argentina A against Brazil C was super ugly. I didn't even upload it to my YouTube because I wasn't into it. I believe my casting really fell down, and honestly, there was 1 good game and 3 bad games. So, or maybe game 1 was okay, but I didn't cast it live, so it was on fast speed. So game 2, game 4 went interesting. Just a horrible series overall. Outcome would have been pretty nice, but not very nice. Not very nice overall. Spec delay under 1 minute now. 30 seconds. We'll see how ZZ will perform starting tomorrow against SY and against Argentina A. Most likely they will get smashed down twice, but maybe they're up for a big surprise. Oh, scratching my balls while the camera is still on. And let's go into the next try here. It's microphone, the home map of, no, not the home map, but the map choice of Spain A. Again, Mongols flank for the Gao, Stark his pocket, Miguel pocket, and VH with the flank position as a Viking. So same position for them. We have Tato, Mongols flank. His pocket is BBK, Lan as a Persian, and rival the Vikings here. So I would say that's a pretty good position for them. I believe Raba could grush over here, another dog higher for Lan, and another dog over here, I would say, for BBK. If you can see, that's still reachable. Maybe some aggression by Tato on the land. It's not that easy to wall that big area here, especially with the new war mod. Sorry to disgust you. And I believe I would even discuss you a bit more, and I will be back in 15 seconds. Okay, back, and yeah, they are seeing that the water down here is not the greatest, so Stark needs to run a bit over here, and the same with the reasonable fish goes for the Brazilian team, I would say. I believe PH shouldn't dock to the front, but to the back. I'm not 100% sure where he's docking. If he's going over here, would absolutely be an option. Controlling the middle obviously is for the later game. Super important. We have 3 passings, 1 directly from Ralbert towards Togao. We have 1 through the middle, and then we have this somewhat important island. Not really when it comes to wood, but for zoning out a lot. And we have 1 passing over here on the right hand side, which will be Togao, Tato against VH. Let's see if Tato is building his dock over here. Looks a bit like it. Where is VH building his dock? Off up on wood, I don't see the villager. He's walking towards the front. And Miguel trying to help out and scout a bit. Will be a very short distance here for Tato if he scouts it properly. On the other side, oops. Oh, yo, yo. Togao losing a villager, that's something we don't see too often. Now with Bloom though. And Raba wasn't really contributing to that. Now far out Doc here did see the deep fish, so it thinks okay, I will build over here, so I'm guaranteed at least one deep fish. Probably the best thing that he could have done. Stark, that's a pretty bad Doc. Should have went one screen further down and take part of all that fishing. Miguel, let's take a look if he's going for 1 or 2 dogs. For now 6 on wood, or actually 4 on the stragglers. We might even go for a second dog there. We will see. The question is, how much pressure will Tato be able to put onto Fietio, the short distance dog, and if he even sees it. Going for 2 small shorefish here. So trying to do some damage against the scout, but it's now going back. Is he pushing another deer? What's his goal? That looks like Castle Age? Well, I have no idea what this is about. What is Tato doing? He's going for scouts. Tato is going for scouts. Although it could be walled. Lan walled the middle. Raba not controlling this area, but now sending a villager. Gao is around. Gao with 1 villager less. Could be clicking up any second now. Tato will probably be able to transport some of the scouts then, but I'm a bit surprised by his strategy choice here. Let's go into his point of view. How much food does he have? Oh, looking at it, a reasonable amount. And he did not play it with Loom, so his eco is looking quite damn solid. And we'll see what is the rest doing. BBK. 1 dog very late. That looks like Fast Castle, since he's not up yet. At the other side, Lan going for the Fast Castle as well. A bit of an earlier dog. Rabbi makes kind of expecting him to go for the Grush very far. Oh, did forget to go on to gold. He's going with 3 on 3 lumber camps now as well, but the distribution of the villager not too great. Hey, Kenny West or T West, what is the toe up to? Do we see a dog yet? No, but the waypoint, as you can see, is towards the island. Yeah, so that will be transported scouts for sure. Okay, some stone walls now. And I'm curious how this will go. Miguel playing it with 2 dogs. Probably the only guy who went for very high fish. Going for 11. Stark did redog. Me likey a lot. Togao double bit X. What is he going for? He's going for the grass here. Mongols flank. And a very long way. So I think Raba should be able to control that. We will see if he has interesting second dog positioning here. Kind of on the land of Tato, who is stonewalling behind that now. And take a look, where is he going? For now, waypoint's still here. I believe the transporter should be doing some surprise for sure. And the big question is on for how many scouts are you waiting? Are you waiting for 3? Are you waiting for 4? I think I wouldn't go in with 3. I think I would wait for a 4th one, but that's just me. Pure Age Scout now trying to fight it down against the Dark Age Eagle Warrior. Super close, and Raba's actually winning it. Good job by him. And Tato needs to go over. Should be able to do so. but will instantly get scouted by VH. Let's see what direction of VH is. Needs to send the transporter away as well. What does Teto actually see? He did never scout it. And why did he not send the transporter away? Pretty sloppy here. Let's take a look. Is VH getting the quick walls up? At least here he is fine and buying himself some more time. Is someone going for barracks? Miguel. So maybe Miguel, especially with his fish, should be able to afford just 2-3 barracks, spearmen. That's all walled up. And here it should be fine, I believe. Teto's strategy won't do a lot here. Okay, let's take a look. Is he maybe going for Fiat? Look at for Miguel. Look at that. Miguel not even finding his 2 sheep here. Spearman instantly being built. Blacksmith coming up and the stable. It looks pretty damn solid here for the Brazilians, I would say, but we're very early into the game, or at least Teto won't do much. That's what I mean. Miguel trying to scout, and yeah, that's pretty good. That's actually pretty good. If he's going over to Stark, that would be the only option. Because Sato won't be able to do anything against all the spearmen here of VH, and Miguel needs to go over to Stark, but Stark is walling himself as well. Nice team play here. Rubber is getting fletching, maybe is able to take the engagement against Dogao then. Is on 3 dogs, not optimizing his fish here. We see Lan with 2 dogs, he is on 11 fishing ship at the same time. Miguel going for 16. PBK actually, he needs to build a fast fire ship pretty soon. VH was able to build some galleys and send them out. Is trying to control the area here in the middle quite a bit. And what a beautiful team play here. Stark sees that he is super safe. Maybe walls. Oh god, this area is walled as well, even with the gate. Beautiful team play. Let's take a look. Dogao would be the only one who's still open. And very far away. He's actually pushing some deer. That's something you don't see too often that late in the game. And at the same time, he's trying to micro. And that's again, Ralber with the Vikings not dominating on water. And that's against the Mongol on not the shortest distance ever. Getting some kills in though now. But yeah, you don't expect him to win at the 16-minute mark against Dogao here, so I don't really want to criticize him too much. That's something I did quite a lot already here, but only because I am a huge fanboy and was an enormous fanboy for several years, and a player who I always looked up to, and so fancy play, so creative. But the top level play now got very good against creative play, and everyone knows, okay, I need to play the meta because I want to win in this over 30k prize pool tournament. Teto slowly with the transition into Castle Age as well, and he's walling all his spots. Is someone going for Knight here? Oh yeah, Miguel is, and the transporter VH, so nice awareness of Teto, knowing the threat that Knights can come over. He's actually going for a lot of spearmen instead of walling this other spot as well. Stark should build the castle in Spainland. Well, it's completely walled for now, so that would take quite some time to get through there. It's now opening this area and we'll build the castle. Let's take a look. Is maybe Teto having the greatest day of his life and getting this castle here? No. We'll go up and all good for Stark. Now the knights, where are they? Coming over. And 5 knights here with, does he have any upgrades? Let's take a look. He has +1 defense. At the same time, BBK just going for the full boom. 3 TCs only though. Market and blacksmith. Wow, Rubber going for a second layer. Stonewall here with so many villagers because the castle of Stark was built here at the front, and now the transport is real. Who is going for army? Lan is playing it with blacksmith and market as well. Ralber will have some troubles here on land when Plume Darters are coming over and no one can send him knights. Same problems that Teto is having here, losing all his spearmen against the big amount of knights. Did get some damage done, but not enough. Needs to wall more, and yeah, I was questioning if that was the right decision. And Ralber won't finish those walls in time. And I believe even then the next landing would have been super easy. Ralber will have troubles here. I don't really see how he can defend this. Does not have the possibility to build a defensive tower. There's no one sending him knights over. A siege workshop from Nan, that cannot be the real reaction. And Ralber, I believe he will lose water as well. Will be super distracted, is off of gold. Let's go into his point of view. It has to be looking really ugly. Has a nice amount of resources though. Now dropping down to 35 villagers. But oh yeah, it's still Lan and BBK. They're the only guys going for the full boom. Maybe together with Miguel, who is on 3, but he's going for knights. Let's take a look. Where is he getting the knights? What? Okay. I was just willing to hype how far ahead BBK and Lan are when it comes to villager count. Okay, yeah, Ralber would have completely died. Agreed. Teto is quite far behind and lost some villagers. Agreed as well. They would have gotten the raid in against BBK now. Agreed. It wasn't looking great, but well, military count. 1 for Lan, 1 from BBK. That means they kept their scouts alive, and that was all they contributed this game. Achievements. VH. Pretty solid KD, I would say. Killing a lot of fish all over it. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, okay, I completely forgot about that. Absolutely can see that and why this game was so much closer then. We still had fish count 0-0, and yeah, those are, let's count it as 20 villagers which are working efficiently still. So, and some redox. Okay, that makes sense. The boom wasn't that great then. And that's a series. Brazil taking a 3-1. Still no series for them.